Hey, welcome back. We're going to do another episode on the Vectra GSI today. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the engine back out, and then I'm going to order all the bits that I need to do all the subframe, bushers and everything like that. So just in this episode I'll concentrate on getting the engine and subframe out. I'll show you how I go about doing all that. We'll do it in separate steps so you can see exactly how I'm going about it. So yeah, let's crack on with it then. Right, I'm going to start off. I'm going to take battery out, bumper off, wheels off, and then I'm going to get the suspension off, and then I can start dismantling engine. I need to take top part of the engine off, you know, all the intake and everything like that, and some wiring loom. All radiators have got to come off, and engine comes out of the front like underneath, so I need to jack the car right up, lower the engine down, and when you take all bumper off and everything, you can just slide it out underneath. So yeah, we'll crack on, we'll get it jacked up and get that wheels and bumper off to start with. Need to just get this shock out now on both sides. I'm going to take brake calipers off and everything. I just ordered a shot blaster. I'm going to try and shot blast them, paint them obviously green. So yeah, I've got to undo these bolts here. Undo this one up here, and then that should come out. Do the same on both sides, and a couple of bolts around bottom. In fact, I might take bumper off first, a bit more visibility then. So crack on with that now. Right, so that's front shocks off. As you can see, they look a bit tatty. I'm hoping to replace them with a new set. Not entirely sure what I need to look for just yet. I don't really know any brands or all like that, so if you've got any suggestions for a good set of suspension for this, let me know in comments. I'd really appreciate it. So got all front off, all shocks. I'm going to start taking all top part of the engine off now, and pretty much disconnect wiring loom, and then there's a few bolts underneath that's holding subframe to the car, and pretty much it all just drops down and comes out at front here. Obviously I need to take radiator off, drain all that, so I'll get all this top section off first, then I'll be taking radiator off, draining that. These make it a hell of a lot easier. If you're interested in any tools I'm using, I will leave a link in description for you. So yeah, let's get set up and start taking that top section of engine off. Right, so I've got that top bit off now. As you can see, this radiator looks like it's a bit knackered. I have got another one that I bought a bit ago, so I'm hoping that's alright. I think this is meant to have like a oil catch can or somewhere in here, so I might look at buying an aftermarket one and fitting one of them somewhere. There's quite a bit of blow-by oil going through to say it's not been running. I've not done that many miles since I rebuilt it all, but it has been stood for a while now. That's why it's looking a bit grubby again. Plus, like I say, I have got an oil leak. I didn't seal the cam covers properly, so that's something I'm going to address when I get this out again. So basically I've got to uncouple fuel lines. There's I don't know if you can see somewhere down here, there's the gearbox linkage. Then inside car there's a steering linkage what needs undoing. So basically what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try and get the radiator out, make things a bit, open things up, make it a little bit easier for me. I need to try and find something to drain that into. Right, can't find a bucket anywhere typically in it, so I'm going to leave it as it is for now. I'm going to nip to Halfords and see if I can pick something up from there. I might be able to reuse the coolant because it is, like I say, relatively new. But I'll just see how it is when I've emptied it out. So yeah, let's go to Halfords, and as you can see, this is all the parts taken off it. There is bits of oil in there, and I cleaned all them out when I did it. So I think I'm going to have to try and find a oil catch can. So yeah, let's nip to Halfords. Yeah, just call for some munchies first, then I'll call into Halfords. Starving. Right, so bloody shut. What a wasted journey that was. Well, I say wasted, at least I got some snap out of it. So what I'm going to have to do is I'll just use the container I've got for when I'm changing oil. I didn't want to use that one for it, but yeah, I've left with no choice now. So I will just have to get some new coolant when I come to putting it all back together. So yeah, let's get that coolant out and get that radiator off. Can get round a little bit better. Then I've got exhaust to take off, and just a couple of brackets underneath, bit of wiring, and there's not much else to it really. I can just drop it down. So yeah, we'll crack on, get a bit more done. I didn't do a very good at catching all that, but I'm going to take this section of wiring loom out, so I'm just going to use this for reference. There's one earth there, and the one coming out of that box goes to the terminal, so get that off. That's one set of wiring out that way, then don't have to worry about that. And then under this mass of cobwebs is the main wiring connection. In fact, that is where I did this, and the date is actually scrubbing out. Can't actually tell what it says now, but yeah, so that's some good, isn't it? But we're not far off now, just little bits and bobs to do. Like I say, be able to get down at gear linkage soon. There's inside I need the bolt to undo back there. So yeah, we'll get that wiring off next. Just a little bit more for reference. That one needs to go to negative. Another one goes onto the positive, comes out of this box here. So I'll get that disconnected, then we'll open that up, we'll disconnect that, and yeah, we need to there's one of the exhaust sensors plugs in here, so that needs to be unplugged. There's one for other side as well, and take exhaust off front manifold on both sides. Right, so there's two brackets underneath that are bolted to the car and the subframe. So there's 3 bolts holding them on. I'm going to take them off. Then the bolt that's going to the steering rack inside the car, I'll take that out, and I'll see if I can uncouple the bolt for the gear linkage. Then that is pretty much it. I will need to take the brake calipers off as well before I lower it down, but I've just realised I've not got any chains, so I'm going to have to call and see if I can borrow some chains tomorrow. So it's not going to be coming out today. Hopefully weather will be fine again tomorrow, so I'll be able to get it out then and get some cleaning done on it, because it is relatively oily again. Right, so it's practically out now. All that's holding it in is bolt there, bolt there, and same on the other side, as well as that. I think I've managed to uncouple everything now, so I just need to get some chains, put one on there, same on there, lift it up a little bit just to take out weight, take them other 4 bolts out, and then I can lower it down and just drag it out at front. Last time I had to put jack under the car and lift the car up a little bit just so it would clear that, but I haven't got any chains, so I'm going to have to see if I can borrow some tomorrow, finish it off tomorrow, and then it'll be out and in the garage, and then I can start replacing all the, figure out where it's leaking oil from. I'm pretty sure it's these. I know I didn't put enough sealant on them, so I'll be taking these off, putting loads of sealant on. It is covered in oil again, so I'm assuming it's these, because I did put new gaskets on everything. So we'll go through it all and just see if I can see where it's coming from, clean it all up, put some sealant on. Like I say, I've ordered a shot blaster. I'm gonna try and blast all brake calipers up, paint them, make them look nice again. Once I've changed all bushes on this, tidy it up a bit on inside it, engine bay when engine's out, and then once I've got all this put back together again, I'm going to be taking all back end apart, doing the same with that. I might actually do back end before I put this back in, so that I've just got a shell, and then it'll probably be easier to do all bodywork that way. So I don't know yet, we'll see how it goes. I'll get this out first, but as you can see, I've got stuff cluttered everywhere now. All tools I've been using. Like I say, I will leave a link to the tools in the description if there's out that you like the look at. I'll tell you something, these sockets are pretty good. I don't know if you can see that, it's a funny shape. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but I was struggling to get this off, because with the Halfords sockets, they are just your standard socket like that, and it was rounding it off. There's this one, it actually grips the centre of the nut, and it brought it off no problem. So I'll try and find out what these are called. If I can find some, I'll leave a link in the description, but these are well worth having. I use these a lot, very good for when you've got a rounded bolt. So yeah, on that note, I'll see you tomorrow. Right, it's next day, got my engine lift out, picked some chains up, so I'm gonna have another check round in the engine bay, and then let's get this engine out of the car. I think I might have forgot just to uncouple a couple of hoses, so I'm gonna have a look now, get them uncoupled. Like I say, it's just 4 bolts in bottom, that 1 bolt holding that bracket at the top of the engine, then it should pretty much just come straight out. So we'll crack on and get that done now. Right, it's actually out. So, I don't know if you can see, but everything is uncoupled as far as I can see anyway. It's just a case of taking chains off, jacking car up a bit higher, and then I can pull all the lot straight out from underneath. So we'll crack on and get that done. Right, that's it, one engine out. What I'm going to do next is start taking all wiring off it, start dismantling top section so I can get them can covers off and reseal them. Need to take gearbox back off, put a new bearing in that because I forgot to do it when I put the new clutch in last time. Basically I just need to try and degrease it all again, because as you can see it's a bit of a mess from where it had been leaking. It's quite annoying because I got this pretty spotless first time I did it. So I'm gonna look at getting all new bushers. Might even have a look for a new one of these, which is for the gearbox. You know, just do them all if I can. Might get some new bottom arms, new bushers for them, new ball bearing thingies or whatever it is. Just basically I want everything to be new on it. New engine mounts. I might even get some new drive shafts as well because I think they've got a bit of play in them. Plus it'll put new boots on and everything. Then we've got this, as you can see, bits of rust spots and just basically looks a bit grubby. I might see if I can actually start stripping some of this away, which I must admit is a bit nerve-wracking. It looks a bit complicated where everything goes, but you know, if I want to do it right, I'm going to have to try, aren't I? I'll look at getting a spray gun. For all rust bits. Right, well, as you can see, got that out, not too difficult. That is the first time I've done that myself. The first time I took this engine out, I did have a bit of help from a friend. So that is the first time I've removed an engine all on my own. Like I say, it wasn't too difficult. It's just making sure everything is disconnected and it all just drops out. So as I'm still learning, I still don't know much about what I'm doing at the minute, I know. So if you've got any recommendations for any parts or any bushers, you know, what would be best to use, or if you've got any links to any places that are good for parts for this sort of application, that would be grateful. And any tips or all like that, just let me know in comments. I appreciate it, and we'll just slowly get rebuilding it back up, see how well I can do. So if you're enjoying it so far, remember you can subscribe here, or you can check out some of my other ones here, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.